2000 to 2010 is the legendary era that shaped anime. You got the big three shonen, legendary shows like Death Note and Code Geass, and even wholesome shows that everyone enjoyed like School Days. So in this video, we're checking out the best of the best romance anime from this legendary era, why they are so good. Let's go.
そんなことより契約書にサインして知りたいでしょ引きこもりからの脱出方法契約書にサインしたら教えてあげるよ佐藤くん
2000s always had the best psychological anime. Tatsuhiro Sato is a 22-year-old college dropout who's been stuck inside his apartment for almost 4 years. He's become a full-on shut-in, convinced that some secret group called the NHK is messing with his life, keeping him lonely and jobless. His world changes when Misaki Nakahara shows up and offers him a shot at a normal life. Now, it's time for my man to step outside and touch some grass.
私佐藤くんを助けてあげたいの
Watching this anime is like looking into a strange, sometimes funny, sometimes painful version of real life. It's not the usual fun anime. This one digs into loneliness and self-doubt in a way that feels close to what many people go through. You'll laugh at the crazy moments and squirm at the honest stuff it reveals. The romance is also a slow burn, but the way this mixes the drama, characterization with a wholesome romance makes this one of my favorites.
私が遠野くんに望むことはきっと叶わない。それでも私は遠野くんのことをきっと明日も明後日もその先もやっぱりどうしようもなく好きなんだと思う。
Okay, folks, grab your tissue boxes. Takaki Tuno and Akari Shinohara have been best friends since they were little. But life gets messy and pulls them apart even though they promise to stay BFFs. The movie pretty much shows how long-distance love can slowly slip through 3 chapters, and the more years pass, the more distant they grow.
お願いだからもう私に優しくしないで。
A lot of romance anime show long-distance relationships in a positive light, but this one flips the script and says, you know what? Sometimes relationships fade away when real life throws more and more challenges at you every day. This movie really captures the whole feeling of young love fading with time. Watching Takaki change from a kid who won't let go of the past to an adult trying to find his way makes you notice the little changes in his heart. And even though this is a 2000s anime, look at this art and animation. This is some unforgettable level animation quality.
男の戦闘コスプレ喫茶らしいよ。面白そうだから乗っちゃった。
接近するな
こらこら明日の。
2000s also gave birth to some great shoujo anime. Misaki Ayuzawa is the tough student council president at Saika High, a school that used to be all boys. She works hard to make things fair for the girls but acts super strict with the guys, earning the nickname Demon President. However, she also has a secret job at a maid cafe, and if anyone finds out her cool image might fall apart. That's when Takumi Usui, the most popular boy at school, discovers her secret and starts teasing her all the time.
当然俺だけのメイドだからな。
What makes this special is how it gets the rom-com style just right without dragging it out. Usui is the guy who likes to tease and jump out of windows, while Misaki is the strict president who is serious 24/7. So putting these two together and making them a couple gives birth to all sorts of shenanigans. If you want a rom-com that's cute, clever, and a real good time, this anime's got you covered.
不思議なのどうしてなのかな。私の壁は風早くんとの間には感じないんだよ。
Sawako Kuronuma looks like she's straight out of a horror movie because she really reminds people of Sadako from The Ring. But she's actually just a super shy and kind girl who wants to find real friends. Even though everyone calls her Sadako and treats her like she's scary, things start to change when Shota Kazehaya, the popular and friendly guy, starts talking to her like she's a normal person. As they get closer, Sako begins to open up.
やった黒沼の隣だ。
What makes this anime cool is how it avoids the usual cheesy love story stuff. Sako doesn't act desperate or crazy for attention, and Kazehaya isn't some perfect prince. He's just a nice guy who treats people well, which doesn't happen much in these shows. The story takes its time so you can actually feel the awkwardness and nervousness, the first crushes and friendships, without any big drama explosions. Season 3 recently aired, and that pretty much proves that legends never die. They, keep getting new seasons.
ハルフ君のご趣味は何？お肌の手入れは何か特別なこと？
すごく綺麗。ダメだ。何をしたらいいのかさっぱりだ。
I'm not a huge fan of reverse harems, so when a guy like me says I enjoyed a reverse harem show and added that to my favorites, you know you gotta watch it. Haruhi Fujioka is a scholarship student at the super fancy Orin Academy who accidentally smashes a crazy expensive vase while trying to find a quiet place to study. Now, she has to pay it off by joining the Host Club, a group of good-looking boys who hang out with female students for fun. Catch? Everyone thinks Haruhi is a guy.
この制服もらっていいんですか？
なんて可愛いんだ。まるで女の子じゃないか。
I know a ton of shoujo anime reverse harem shows following the girl disguised as a boy or girl looks like a prince trope, but this anime perfected it. Actually, I'm pretty sure this anime is what turned the trope to a trend, and the characters here are both goofy and likable. Take Tamaki, for example. He seems extra dramatic and protective, but that's because he's kind of into Haruhi and doesn't really get his feelings. The animation switches perfectly between sweet moments and total goofiness. And even if you don't like it, just watch the opening. The opening is perfection.
お前靴履いたまま東京は外国じゃねえぞ。
いいなそういうの。
はい？
何早速脱がしてんのよ、エッチ。
Two girls named Nana leave their hometowns for Tokyo, chasing very different goals. Nana Komatsu is all about finding a true love that lasts, while Nana Osaki dreams of becoming a famous punk rock singer. When they both arrive, fate has them sharing an apartment. Now, together, they deal with heartbreak, big dreams, and the crazy city life while relying on each other in ways they never expected.
何お前泣いてんの？
笑うなんてひどい。
しかし大変だったな。5時間も。
I thought this was a Yuri anime at first, but this has less Yuri and more life problems. What makes Nana so gripping is how it avoids the usual anime stereotypes. There's no annoying tsundere or overused sidekick here. The characters mess up, have big goals, and show real human struggles, which makes their story feel easy to get into. The mix of hope and tough moments don't shy away from how complicated life can be, and when the sad moments kick, you really need a tissue box near you.
心配するな。どうせ地球は丸いのだ。いつかまた会える。なんなら私が探してあげてもいい。
それより猫ラーメンに連れて行ってください。
そんなことなら。
約束ですよ。
Now this is one heck of a weird anime. The 2000s rule in anime was the weirder it is, the better it gets. Imagine a college kid meeting a marriage god with an eggplant for a head at a weird ramen stand. Suddenly, he's stuck going back through his whole college life, starting over from day one. He has to fix his old mistakes and try to find that perfect campus life everyone talks about. His mission? Make friends, find love, and dodge Ozu, this strange friend who keeps messing everything up.
先輩こんばんは。
あ、
昨日は無事逃げられましたか？
おかげさまで。
五山ですか？
You know what makes the show cool? It nails how small decisions could totally change your world. The back and forth between the main shy guy and wild Ozu is hilarious and addictive. The story feels like a tricky puzzle. You notice new stuff every time you watch, plus the romance is nice and simple. If this gets released in the 2020s, people are going to think this is written by Tatsuki Fujimoto.
大丈
夫ですか、ともやくん。
ああ、ちょっとぼーっとしまった。
Time for the saddest anime of all time. This is the sequel to Clannad. Tomoya Okazaki and Nagisa Furukawa just finished high school and are stepping into the craziness of adult life. Tomoya isn't sure about what's next for him, but Nagisa is always there to support him as they deal with tough personal problems and make new friends. At the same time, in the strange illusionary world, supernatural stuff happens, which is a sign that everyone should grab their tissue boxes.
ちゃんとお会いしたいです、ともやくんのお父さん。
また 今度にしよう。
This anime hits different. And I know I say that a lot, but this hits different by slapping you in the face, stabbing you in the heart, and twisting the knife. It's not just a romance or everyday life show, it shows problems like loss, responsibility, and trying to find purpose when everything feels crazy. Tomoya goes from messing up to someone working hard to keep his life together, making you think about what strength really means. Sure, it can be super emotional and sometimes a bit too much, but that's why it sticks with you.
良い月じゃな。主よ、酒などないかや。
Time for the best girl, wolf girl, goddess girl, whatever you want to call her. Hollow is a wolf goddess who used to help the village of Paslo have great harvests, but now people only tell stories about her. One day, a traveling merchant named Craft Lawrence stops by and Hollow makes a deal with him. If he helps her get back to her northern home called Yuitsu, she'll join his business. With Hollow's clever smarts and Lawrence's trading skills, they set off on a journey through the small medieval towns.
おい、それ俺の。
似合うかや。
俺が10年かけて集めた一丁羅だぞ。
This show is all about the talks back and forth between Hollow and Lawrence, so don't expect big fights or fast action. But that's what makes it so special. It focuses on their clever banter, the way they work together during trades, and how the two handle the baddies that come after them. The show sometimes deals with economies, other times with fantasy lore, and other times these sweet and wholesome moments that make Hollow and Lawrence the perfect couple. I love the remake, but the OG show is still the best.
手乗りタイガー。なるほど。手乗りタイガー。
And we're finishing off with my favorite. Ryuji Takasu looks tough but is actually super nice, even though people think he's a troublemaker because of his scary face. Taiga Aisaka is tiny but fierce, carrying around a wooden sword called the Palm Top Tiger. One day their lives get mixed up and Ryuji finds out Taiga likes his best friend Yusaku while Ryuji has a crush on Taiga's lively friend Minori. They team up awkwardly to help each other with their crushes, but before they know it, they start to fall for each other instead.
もしかしてレッツレ
Toradora might be tough to get into by just watching the first episode, but once you reach the middle of the show, that's when you start to experience peak romance anime. The characters feel like real people who mess up and act naturally, not like perfect or annoying stereotypes. The main duo has their own background, which shapes up who they are. This anime as a whole is about both of them trying to overcome their past. In the end, it's a 10 out of 10 anime and something you must watch.